So all you need today for this painting that we're going to do is your primary colors of red, yellow, and blue, and some green and brown and some white, and you can put some black on there too if you want. These have really nice bristles and they're great for your trees and your bushes, and this is going to be used for your background, okay? And then we have a flat synthetic brush, chiseled edge, and I have a flat a Filbert brush, which is chiseled edge and synthetic, and I also have a liner brush. So to get started, I just put a blue background on there. So you can put a blue background on there because Santa's going to be on the chimney in the sky. So since he's in the sky, he's up high and you can't see anything, only a sky, why don't we add a few little clouds? And this is still wet, so you can just add some nice little, just move your brush, just touch and move your brush around. That's all you have to do. A lot of people find clouds complicated, or just use the corner of your brush too sometimes and make these nice little circles with your white paint. And then move away, move away. You got some pretty little clouds there too. Whoop. See? Just pretty little clouds. We don't need much because Santa is going to be the main focal point of this painting. So we'll let that dry and we'll put our Santa on there. So there's my Santa, and I just printed it off, and I just put it on my dry canvas, and I've used carbon paper. I know some people don't like to use carbon paper. You can try chalk by putting a chalk on the back of your of the sheet and then draw it out, but with all those small lines it might be a little difficult. So you can also try to do it freehand, but for the sake of the video I need to do it fast for you. So, and then I use carbon paper. I tape this on my canvas. Canvas has to be dry. If you got your background down, make sure it's completely dry, and then put your carbon paper underneath there with the black side down, and use a pen to draw all the lines that you feel that you need. Or when you draw it out, that you raise it up before you take this off, make sure you have every line that you want, because there's a possibility you could miss a few lines, because I've done that many times. So then you take this off, and you just, and I only have a blue background there, and we can once we get the Santa Claus done with the chimney, then we can adjust things that we want in the background to make them better. Okay, so I'm using a small canvas, a 9 by 12, because I want to fill up the canvas with mostly the Santa and the chimney. Okay, I don't want the canvas with all trees and all kinds of different things around. I just want to focus on this one little painting of Santa and a chimney. You can use your small flat or a small Filbert brush, and as long as it's synthetic, it's not a bristle. Bristles, they're hard to work with when you're doing a painting like this because you're trying to get the edges there. Okay, so let's get started. Now, I'm just going to take some of my red paint, and I'm going to start painting the red parts, because that's more red than anything, so I want to get all the red done. So start painting the red. I'm going to those of you who did your background, I'm going to paint that leg white. I'm going to paint the leg, the leg of these pants white. So I will, just to show you, now that has to dry completely before you paint over it with red, okay? Because you don't want it to turn pink. So let's just say your reds are not coming out red enough. So just watch this. I want to do this so I can just show you little trick too. The biggest trick is probably leave your background till, in a certain case like this, you know. But I like to try different ways just to show you, that's all. Just wanted to show you what you could do. And all right. And here, so this will be the leg of these pants. And let that dry while we're doing the rest of the red. I just show you the difference, because you won't see the difference unless I show you, okay? So let's go back in with the red. What else we got red? Here we go. Sleeve. Leave that little line there so you'll know where you got to put your shadow. With the red on the boot, I think I'm going to add a little bit. It looks like there might be a bit of burnt sienna in there. Right there, like that. See that? Bit of burnt sienna, just to have a little bit of a different tone of red. It's a little heel there. That should be darker too. Might need a smaller brush for that. See how the chiseled edge helps work that really good. You won't go outside the lines then. Nice. A little bit. I'm just going to put that in there just so I won't forget it. It's red. Try to pick out all the reds that you have in your painting, okay? I'm going to add a little bit of red and a little bit of yellow to my red to give it kind of an orangey look, because I want to add that to the chimney, because I don't want all exactly the same kind of reds. So I'm going to add that to the chimney, and we will and you can change up the colors to the presents, different things like that. Add more yellow. I want to get kind of some different tones of reds. It's a little bit of a brick. It's a brick chimney. There are some lines on that, we'll put them on after. As you can see, I'm not mixing my red with my yellow. I'm letting it separate while I'm painting. So I got lots of nice tones of reds. Now, good job. Now what I'm going to do for the white, I'm waiting for that to dry a little bit there. What I'm going to do for the white, I'm going to go in with a blue color. This will be the underpainting for the whites, okay? Because we need shadow, and this is going to be the easiest and best way to do the shadows in the white. There we go, that's a nice color blue. Even add a little bit of red to it if you want. Whoops, that's too much. Nope, don't do that. Don't do that, I said. I'm trying to get a blue. That's better. I'm trying to get a bit of a blue with a little bit of a purplish color to it. There we go, that's better. At least I showed you my mistakes. Now, here we go. We'll just see, that's a darker white, right? When you put white on top of that, your white will pop. This part here, I wonder, is that dry? Yep. So, put on the red. See how much brighter it is? Didn't turn pink because the white is dry. But see how much brighter it is because I put the white underneath there? See? But because I got to keep that tone down to the rest of the way I have the others, I have to tone that down up my burnt sienna. Red back to the way the other reds are. So it'll all look right. Now for his belt, I'm going to add some blue and red and burnt sienna. Get a nice brownish color. And then I will put that into the belt. Good. Good, good. So you'll make some highlights. So instead of adding white, because that will change it to pink, I'm just going to add some yellow to my red, okay? And that will change it to a lighter red, not pink. And I'm going to add some highlight here. And when that dries, we'll add more highlight. So I'm going to add yellow to my burnt sienna. So I can add a little highlight to my burnt sienna boot. If you want, you can add a little bit of white to that because you're using burnt sienna, not red. Unless you find too light. You can see the three values. Pretty small brush and do some of the smaller areas there now. Just little, pick up a little bit of yellow and some red. Don't totally mix it. Just so we can get it on here. And if you have to, take a liner brush. Use your yellow to little buckle there. Finish off the belt down here. Get your scruffy bristle brush, and we're going to do some of the white parts, and that's the underpainting, and then we're going to brighten it up with some white. So tap into white, make sure your bristles spread open, and then tap on there nice white. But see how you're leaving some of that blue come through? Make sure your brush is not too big. I'm using the corner of my brush because my brush is a little bit big, so I wanted to try that brush because I thought it will be okay, but I'm going to try a smaller one. See how nice that is with the shadows? What? And we're going to go with the beard. Do some shadows. Nice pointy top like this one. It's a round pointy top. I want one of these little bells in here. I'm going to use some yellow and red. And I'm not mixing them totally together. I just laid them on my brush. See? Let them come in here. That way the paint will separate and give you 2 or 3 values all at the one time. So we want more yellow. I might even add a little bit of white to that. So experiment with your colors, it's okay. Like I say, we don't want to turn the red pink, but we don't mind turning it to orange. Need a little bit more red. Trying to get a little bell here. Another little one over here in the corner. It's kind of nice. Get a little bit of a darker color down here to show underneath the bell. There we go. We'll probably put some highlight on that after. Some white on here. Look, I didn't see that. I'll do that, and we'll continue on with our presents and things. So let's highlight this little sleeve. I didn't see that there. Well, I seen it. Maybe I just got distracted. Whoops. So I'm using a bristle because I want to get some texture. I want it to look kind of a fluffy white, and I'm trying to keep, because the bristles are opened, as you can see, then the paint will distribute and it'll leave some openings for your underpainting of that blue. Okay. We'll go back and add some more highlights now after. I just want to get some more stuff done. I'm going to go back to I like this brush. I really like this brush. It gets a really pointy tip on it. I should have them in my Amazon shop. I'll look and see if I can leave a link for you. They work really well because they have this really pointy top, and it's kind of nice to control. I'm just going to go back in some white, and I like to put a little bit on this. I only use this for small details, so all you need is a little tiny bit of paint. That's the eyebrows right here. Just so I can see where they are and I don't lose them. There's a bit of here going on here. And then clean our brush. It looks like there's some white into the eye here. That's the way that is there. And then we'll wipe our brush off. We'll get a dark blue. Don't need black right now. We'll get a blue for now. Ultramarine blue, that is, like a really dark blue. If you don't have a dark blue, just add whatever blue you have, or get black. Okay, so you get that much done. At least now you got a face, right? Let's go with his face, kind of orangey color, isn't it? So why don't we go with, I'm going to use the same brush because I do find with that pointy top I can control it better. And see how little I put red there? And I got more yellow than red. That's because red is so dominant. Look, when you want to get that orangey color, you need more yellow than red. So let's go with that. And I'm not mixing it totally because I want to have some of that. Now, in this case, I might have to add a bit of white, because white is makes those two colors are transparent, and I need to make, as long as the yellow is there, it shouldn't turn pink. All right, so let's get more yellow here. Okay, so lots of yellow, little red, a little bit of white to opaque it. Okay, opaque it and brighten it up. There we go, that's better. I know you're saying, like, well, how do you know how to do all that? Well, after years and years of trying to figure things out, watching other people, other artists, what they do, you just kind of experiment and try things and see what happens. Now, when I was a total beginner, after a while I did learn that adding white to your paint made it more opaque because there's transparent, but you don't see it very often. You don't get a lot of artists talk about that, even in videos. So I'm trying to tell you everything I possibly can that I don't see in other videos, because a lot of them are time-lapse. I do have some time-lapse ones, but all my time-lapse ones have the full tutorial, okay? So if you find a time-lapse video belong to me, then you're going to have a link. And if I didn't put a link in it, because it could have been an older video, if I didn't put a link, just email me and I'll give you the link to the full tutorial. And so you can tell what the artist is doing. Time-lapse seem to be quite popular, so I'm throwing in some time-lapse. I've had some there anyway, but thought I would add some more because people seem to be interested in those. Sometimes it's just nice to sit back and watch the artists and see what they do. See a nice orangey face now. So we'll put highlights on that, and then that will make it look more like a face. We'll pick all you need. Little tip of white, that's all you need. And we will put that white back there again. That will shape up the face better. There you go. Sand it down once it's a nicer face. That's better, see? Now, we have got to try to make that face look really pretty. There's his eyebrow back. And that eye. That eye. And a little dot. Little dot. Looks better. See, it's better, isn't it? Isn't that cute? I'm going to take some of my red and yellow, my orange color here. And I'm going to put that on the tip and see if I can do something with that little mouth there so that he don't look like, so it looks like a mouth. But he's got the mouth opened. He's excited, see, and can't wait to deliver all the toys to the boys and girls. Now we're going to put some of that lighter color. You might have to wait for this to dry to get that to go nice and bright. Put a nice light color on the nose, and we'll put some on the cheeks, a little bit on the forehead when that dries a little bit. And I'm just going to add a little more red in here just so I can have my at least 2 values anyway. It's better. It's better. Looking good. Coming along. All right. I'm going to put some more yellow on the belts. And some more yellow on the bells. So you look around, see what needs extra. Little bells. all these little touches gives it a better shape is what you're looking for, right? Good shape. Now, let's work on the presents. This present down here is green with some red stripes. So we'll make it green. You can make your own green by adding blue. I'm going to use the same brush. Blue and yellow. Nice green. Won't mix it totally. See? Okay. So I'm going to put some green on here. Just go by the pattern that you had there. Just filling in spaces there now. Print it off in color so you'll be able to see the colors. So I don't mind my green having some bits of yellow in it. That's kind of nice. This green, we'll put some red ribbons on there. What else we got green? Look for, since you're using green, look around and see what else is green. I think there's some green over here. And there's a green ribbon around that box there. So that's all green I can find there so far. Oh, there's some green on a little leaf down here. It's got green and yellow, so that'll be nice for you to have the green and yellow separated. That'll give you the two colors here on one shot. See? And because you have that pointy brush, red cherries. I'm going to go everything that's red. So we got little red cherries right here. Okay. And we have red ribbons. I think I'm going to add some white to that one. I'm going to pink that up a little bit because everything's so red. I think we need to brighten it up a little bit. There we go. I can see it. Highlight on that one there just to brighten it up because everything's kind of red, isn't it? So you can take your artistic license and turn it into whatever you want. Alright. That looks better. That looks much better. What else do we got here? Add a little bit of highlight to those cherries. So I liked it the way the little present turned out. That's nice. Let's work on those presents up here, right here. So we got, let's see, we got some reds. Might have to change them up a little bit because, like I say, they're getting kind of the painting is starting to make me feel like it's too red, you know? I'm going to use this orangey color. More yellow than red. Give it a bright color. So just fill in on the pattern, just fill in the squares, just like when you were a kid and you were coloring, except you're coloring with a paintbrush now. Alright? I know. I know. Going back to our childhood. I'm going to put some white into that red I just made because I got to brighten it up. Okay. So I'm going to do this one up here. I want to make it cheerful. We will have to have it a bit dark. This ultramarine blue is what I'm using. Okay, so that's a present. We'll put a little bit of ribbon on that after. I want to get this one over here probably more of a... I already got a bright pink one. Let's go with yellow. Yellow, yellow. Brighten up some of those presents. Now I see, wipe off your brush, I see that this needs to be filled in right here. So you'll come across that once in a while. You'll see the places that you left open. Just fill them in. Nice. Add a little bit of brown to your blue to make it black color. Take your blue, add some brown. So we can get a nice black color, okay? As black as we can. Okay, there we go. Nice and dark. So I didn't put any black in my palette. So I'm trying to just show you different techniques. This is a little teddy bear you'll see in your picture. There we go. Going to get some white. I'm just going to paint around that little. I'm losing the eyes, but I can easily put them back. I forgot about the ears. We'll get the ears in there too. So see in here, that goes around here, but there's an inside to that sleeve. I'm going to add a little bit of blue to my white. A little bit of brown. Now the brown and the blue turns to grey. A bit of white gives you kind of a greyish colour. It's nice to know these things, right? Because then you can, oh, you don't need very many colours then, see? Make your own. And I'm going to add that in here. You have a, yeah, they got a red with some burnt sienna around this little round piece here. And then we'll finish off, make that round here like this. Right. And then we need ears, little black ears. Hard to see them because the blue is really dark. Use black if you want. Fill in 2 little ears, one here, one here. Barely see them. And then we can add the eyes. A little dot here, a little dot here, and the nose. And if it won't, you might need to let it dry if it won't show up. There you go. Make the eyes nice and big. Big and round if you can do it. And there's the nose. And how you can see the nose is just put a little tiny white piece on here. Add a little dot on top of that nose. A little shine, and that will bring the nose out more. I got a little bit too big, so I'll just add a little bit more dark color around it. Can always be fixed, see? Alright, so that's that, and I was going to add a bit of a red or pink. Yeah, maybe pink. Little pink's the ribbon here. Don't want to lose his ear. Start putting in these red there we go. Get too much weight on there, just take it off and put some red on. Does need a little tiny bit of white. It's okay to turn some stuff pink. Don't want to be all the same color. These pinks will show up nicely. There we go. Maybe just a little bit of red on the edge here. Now we got Santa needs to highlight on the nose and on the cheeks. So let's go with some yellow on the nose. And a little bit on the cheeks. A little bit there, a bit on the cheeks. That's cute. Say that this is the roof, but it has snow on it. All right, so now we'll just add some snow on the bottom of the feet there. Just make sure you leave some of the. You can tap the snow in there too, if you like, because it gives that nice snowy look. Let's open around these boots a little bit. So on the edge of your palette knife, put some white paint, and then we will, where's the edge right there? Now all we have to do is add snow. Say it's snowing, so just put taps of snow everywhere with a toothpick. Just little taps of white. And that will be a finished painting. Now it's going to be snowing on Santa too. Just little dots of snow everywhere. You could splatter, but it might come out to be too much. So we'll just these little dots of snow on here. It's the safest way to do this one. And then you can control how much you want on there. See? A little bit of snow makes it look so cute. little bits and big bits. So make sure they're different sizes. So some are bigger than others. Just a matter of putting on extra paint on your toothpick. There we go. Put on whatever you want. Can't be too much because snowflakes are very, there's a lot of them. Isn't that cute? So that's a cute little painting. So I have lots of winter and Christmas paintings there for you to choose from, so you can have some fun with it. And then I'll be doing some more holiday paintings coming up, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you very much, everybody, and have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Bye.